What's good, everybody? Welcome into the Early Edge. We are powered, as always, by SportsLine. I am the coach, and we are coming off another solid day on the show. Our guy, M Squared, he is entering unprecedented territory. 10-0 in his last 10 plays right here on the Early Edge. You call him out, he responds in a big way. Now, a little housekeeping. We do have a winner in a perfect parlay contest, thanks to M Squared once again. And that is at Ryan Kunkel 7. He is our winner this week or today. And if you want to play too, all you got to do is go to our YouTube page, follow the SportsLine YouTube page, leave a best bet in the comment every single day. If you hit yours, could be anything on the board. And one of our cappers is perfect on the show. We will give out a year-long subscription to SportsLine, which is priceless. By the way, coming up in the next week, Derby coverage, draft content. Turn on those notifications. You just never know when new content is going to be dropped into your feed. Like later today, a special MMA version. We do it every single week with our guy, Ian Parker. We're going to have UFC. We're going to have Bellator. And how about this? The PFL is going to start back up tomorrow night. We've got picks for that too. So let's bring in our cappers right now. And I got to tell you, I feel like there's like smoke coming out of his ears right now. M Squared, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Coach. Yeah, we're going to go 6 days in a row with a perfect streak, and I did want to cut you off a little bit there. You said 10-0. It's actually 14-0 if you're following me on social media. Gave a pick on Twitter and on Instagram yesterday, so make sure you guys are following me over on the social medias as well.
That is my bad. My apologies. 14-0. And real quick, public service announcement for that guy who 6 days ago wanted to come after my guy. Very quiet these days. And you know who you are. Maestro, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Coach. You mentioned the Derby. Also, a ton of Kentucky Derby picks already up on the site from various experts, Jody Demling, Hammer and Hank Goldberg. We've got 2 other elite experts making picks for the Derby, so check it out right now. And yeah, Mikey, I mean, what can you say? I go 2-1. I'm happy with 2-1, but Mikey, he goes perfect. So let's keep it rolling.
It's unbelievable. I love to see what Greg is going to throw up on social media every time that one of you two goes bananas. It's one of the things I look forward to the most. All right, let's jump right in. Our storylines that could affect the betting lines. And these NBA plays or not plays have been extremely important for a lot of people. M Squared, what do we got today?
Let's start with the Boston Celtics. They're at home taking on the Phoenix Suns as Phoenix is on their East Coast road trip. Jaylen Brown, doubtful. Kemba Walker upgraded to probable. Jason Tatum, questionable. Robert Williams has been ruled out. They're very thin. They are only 3.5-point underdogs, though, still. Jay Crowder is questionable for Phoenix. For the Pelicans, James Johnson had been playing a lot of minutes. He is listed as doubtful tonight. They are 9-point favorites against the Magic. Otto Porter, Michael Carter-Williams, both out on the Orlando side. Philly and Milwaukee. Pretty good preview in theory here for the Eastern Conference. However, Milwaukee favored by 8 points. I believe it's the second night of a back-to-back here for Philly. Ben Simmons and Tobias Harris did not play last night. They are both listed as questionable, as is Seth Curry. Joel Embiid is probable, but it would not shock me if he even got some rest in this spot if one of Simmons or Tobias was ready to play in this game. Now the Detroit Pistons, back to everyone doubtful as they continue to tank here. Mason Plumlee, Dennis Smith Jr., Corey Joseph, Wayne Ellington, Jeremy Grant, all listed as doubtful. Rodney Magruder and Killian Hayes are both listed as questionable. Big news for the Los Angeles Lakers. Anthony Davis upgraded to questionable. He could return tonight against the Dallas Mavericks. For Dallas, Maxi Kleber and Kristaps Porzingis are both listed as questionable.
It's driving me bananas how many of these we have every single day. And I can only imagine what it's like at the NBA offices as they're discussing, well, we want to be into the sports betting world, but what do we do? That's going to be something they got to talk about in the offseason because this is getting absolutely brutal. All right, let's jump right in. Let's start with our SportsLine plays of the day. And today we've got 3. Remember, it's about quality. It's not about quantity. Just because we're on a hot streak does not mean we're going to throw out 10 or 12 plays. I tell my guys, find the plays that you really, really like, and that's why we're so successful. So use the promo code EDGE, whether it's SportsLine or our cappers. Use the promo code EDGE. You're going to get 30 days for free. By the time that 30 days is up, you're playing with house money. I mean, you know that if you follow us. All right, here we go. 3 plays today. NHL first. Caps plus 105. Plus money with the Caps. Give it to me. Against the Islanders, they dropped the puck at 7 Eastern. At SportsLine, this wins in 56% of our simulations. Play number 2. Baseball, Pirates, Tigers. Let's go over 8.5 runs today, 1:10 Eastern, so that's an early first pitch today. It's graded B on SportsLine, hitting in 60% of our simulations. And a late ad for us today. The Cubs, big winners for M Squared yesterday, 16-4 over the Mets. We're backing them again today, plus 105 against the Mets once again. So those are the 3 plays there. This is becoming my favorite part of the show right now. M Squared, you know the drill, son. Give it to me.
All right, Coach, just one play for me today. As much as I want to give everyone plays here, the market is incredibly efficient. The only thing that I have in terms of a model edge today is going to be the total in the New York Yankees Cleveland Indians game. I'm taking over 8 runs here for a couple reasons. I know that this number is on the move down in the market. It did open around 8.5, settling in around 8. I love it at this number. My median number in simulations is 9.3 runs for a couple of reasons. Domingo Germán has been absolutely awful for the New York Yankees here. The air density in this game, despite being 44 degrees, is actually not bad. It's a better hitting environment than, say, in terms of air quality than Boston is tonight, even, frankly. So I like this spot for them. The other thing that's underrated is this Yankees offense, despite rating second from the bottom in terms of weighted on base average. If you use the expected statistics, which is what I've been talking about every day, we look at the actual batted balls. The Yankees are actually middle of the pack in terms of Major League Baseball this year. We know about the power that they have. So getting access to a lineup like this that gets a guaranteed 9th inning team at bat when they have so much power in the lineup, I love it here on the road. That's huge for the total, especially if you're on the over. And then on the Cleveland side, again, I already mentioned Germán. I think we can really pick on him. Cleveland has a number of bats that have a lot of pop in them, from Jose Ramirez, Eddie Rosario, Franmil Reyes, Josh Naylor, and even the catcher, Roberto Perez, has quite a bit of pop for the catcher. Take the over 8 runs here in this game.
You want to know the difference between a pro like M Squared and everybody else at home? How many times when you've handicapped your games at home have you said, you know what, the air density today is X, Y, and Z? Come on. We dive deep here on the early edge. All right, Maestro, you have been propping it like it's hot, been on fire, also releasing props on social media. You got to follow both of my guys here on social media. What are you doing? Maestro, the floor is yours.
All right, guys. I'm not going to get into air density, but I will give some stats. And I will also definitely have a play or two up on Twitter later today. But one prop in the NBA, Brandon Ingram, over 23.5 points against the Magic. The Pelicans have to have this game. And Brandon Ingram, 27 or more points in 5 of his last 6 games. And this is what we talked about with Kevin Huerter. The Magic give up second most points in the league to the small forward position that Ingram is in. And basically, I just don't think that they are doing anything defensively that is going to stop this guy. They need a huge performance from him today, because outside of him and Zion, I mean, Bledsoe is a complete bust. He is going to have to deliver, and I think 23.5 is a steal. I love this play. I could be wrong, but right now in the morning, I absolutely love this play.
You know, you mentioned that Kevin Huerter prop. You mean the one that hit in the first half the other day that we played and didn't have to watch the second half of the game? That Kevin Huerter?
That's the one. It was funny, though. He was over 12.5. He got 13 right away, and then he basically stopped, and he ended with 15. But of course, I'm happy with that.
That would have been great if he would have hit 13 and been, that's for the early edge. I'm done. That would have been hilarious if he'd have done that. But, of course, he would never do that. All right. We've got a really special Jeweler's Gem today as well. For those of you listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify that tweet me and say, Coach, where's the Jeweler's Gem? Watch us on YouTube. And if I forget to give it out, it's always there on the screen. I can only lead the horses to water. Come on. You got to drink yourself. All right. Here we go. Here's our recap. M Squared, one play today. Yankees, Indians over 8. He gave you all the reasons why. Just make the play. Then Maestro, one prop today. Brandon Ingram, over 23.5 points, minus 120. Follow him on Twitter. Guaranteed there'll be 1 or 2 more coming out later this afternoon. Then from SportsLine, we had 3 plays we love today. Capitals in the NHL, plus 105. Cubs in baseball, plus 105. And then also in baseball, Pirates and Tigers, over 8.5. And our Jeweler's Gem parlay of the day. Just sprinkle a little bit. 4 ways today. Caps, Yankees, Indians over. Canes, plus 1.5. A B-graded play from SportsLine. Remember, that's NHL. And then we're throwing another baseball play in there. The Dodgers, minus 172, courtesy of the SDQL Gurus. You put those 4 plays together, it's going to give you a return of plus 740. Remember, just a little sprinkle. Is it Thursday? It is Thursday. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these tickets straight to the pay window. For the Maestro, for M Squared, for the jeweler who puts all of this together. Let's have another good day. I'm the coach, and this is the only place for your daily MMA episode coming later today. Early Edge. Good luck.